16, holding her hand, they were wasting all the time they had. They were building big wonders they knew.
Looking at this day, and everything feels right. We're interconnected, we have the world in our eyes. I promise I will catch you whenever you fall. Take my hand and we'll go through it all. Love. step we take, no other way but side by side. I promise I will catch you whenever you fall. Take my hand and we'll go through it all. Loving you is all I know. We belong together. Loving you is all I know. This world is small, but full of things that we will never know. Answers to questions we try to find, the reason that we live and why we die. But I know I've seen things through. So come on, babe, let's not waste a moment or another day with answers to questions. Let's live our lives, finding a meaning of a different kind. I know what I've seen.